This is Dr. Bill Corter, and for today's presentation, I wanted to ask one question. Are our religions becoming too toxic? And I realize that that's an unusual question. It's different than our discussions of the 77,000 new chemicals that are toxic to our bodies. It's different than the discussion on gluten and how it's increased 40-fold in the last 25 years in wheat. It's different than the contaminants and the chemicals in our food. But for today's presentation, I wanted to expand the umbrella. And I wanted to expand the umbrella because there are some huge toxins throughout the world that I think are impacting our health. And our religious conflicts, and we seem to have so many of them, are one of those toxins. From my perspective, it seems like every other week there's a terrorist attack. We've progressed from Al-Qaeda to ISIS. Our Middle East is a total mess. It almost feels to me as if we are entering another Middle Age Crusades. And if for those who have forgotten, those Crusades lasted from 1096 to 1272, almost 200 years. And they slowed down the progress of humanity. They were toxic to the health of the individuals. They were toxic to the progress of mankind. It wasn't until the Crusades finished that we moved on to the Renaissance. And so I'm worried that we're entering a similar phase, and I think we all need to make an effort to try to counter that phase, kind of protect ourselves from that toxin. So I want to offer a little bit of a history lesson. For those who are unaware, this planet has about 5,000 different languages. It has over 4,000 different ethnic groups. It has 730 officially recognized religions. And within those religions, it has 3,200 religious sects, different components of the religions. Of those 730 religions, we have 5 great religions. The 5 great religions are Hinduism and Judaism. Those were the first 2 great religions. What followed were 2 other great religions, and that was Buddhism and Christianity. They're referred by the religious experts as the adolescent religions, the rebellious religions, much in the way that an adolescent rebels against the father. Why? Because Buddhism was founded by a Hindu. Christianity was founded by a Jew, Jesus Christ. The 5th great religion was Islam, and it was the last of the 5 great religions. Now, what determines the definition of great is just the popularity. Those are the 5 top popular religions around the world, but we have 730 religions. So what's my point? My point is that if you ask people, give me some words that relate to God. Some would say, all loving, all caring, all giving. The point that I would like to make, I think diversity is one of the key words that I would associate with God. Look at the thousands and thousands of plants we have, the thousands and thousands of mammals that we have. Look at the thousands of insects. Everywhere you go on this planet, the footprint is diversity. To me, it makes no sense that we would have only one religion. That just makes no sense, at least to me. I feel like Ripley, a character in Alien, asking, have IQ suddenly dropped? Doug Floyd had a comment, you don't find harmony or you don't sing harmony if everyone sings the same note. I think that's true with religions. It's great to have multiple religions. It's great to have the diversity because the diversity gives you a sort of balance and a certain level of harmony. In that context, I love Gandhi's comment. In heaven, there is no religion, there is only God. And I also love Dalai Lama's quote that his religion is simple, it's simply kindness. And so my point for today's presentation and the hope for a habit on today's presentation is that you have a tolerance of the other religions, a growing tolerance of the other religions. But at the same time, you kind of refine your own beliefs to encompass, what they all represent. If you look at all 730 religions, and if you narrow them down, they really basically recommend two tenets. One, be kind to yourself, and two, be kind to others. Now, if you're kind to yourself, you're going to eat well. You're going to shift yourself to that plant-based diet. You're going to exercise on a regular basis. Take those 10,000 steps on a daily basis. You're going to avoid toxins, avoid chemicals. You're going to stay healthy and be healthy. And on the second component, you're going to be kind to others. You're going to connect with others. So you need to do both of those components. And I think if you simplify religion, if you step away from all the words and declarations within each different religion, and if you become more tolerant of the different religions, it gives all of us a better chance to do those two basic principles. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. So that's my recommendation with this presentation, and I'm hoping that if we do both, we can move away from some of the religious conflicts, move away from some of the toxicity associated with those conflicts, and make a better life for ourselves, but also a better life for our neighbors. Thank you very much for listening. Hope you resonated with you, and stay tuned. I'm going to address more of this topic coming up. Thank you.